Hi everyone, this is Srijita Sen from Filmfare, and today I have with me Riteish Deshmukh and Raj Kumar sir for
I'm
the
so
film
excited
Raid.
to be here today. It's
Raid.
Filmfare.
Welcome to Filmfare. How are you?
I'm
Good, I'm
good, and he's fine.
fine.
He's
He's
fine. Okay, why
yeah.
why are you good and he's just fine?
No, fine is even better than good
Oh, okay, really.
because he's
That's
just
good to
seen the
hear.
movie.
That's great. And what was your reaction?
What
Great.
was my
I'm going to answer for him
watching
today.
my own film?
You're going to have
Yes.
the most fun interview
Yes,
ever.
yes.
This will be the unique experience for him.
Yeah.
Okay, my first question anyway was for you. So, from where you left Raid, what made you think that okay, this world needs a sequel?
I never thought, at least when we left, that this world needs a sequel, because at that point you are only looking at how this film does, I mean, with the audience. So at that point, the thought was only you are hoping that people like it. But once the film was loved by the people, I think couple of years down the line we started thinking about it, whether we can bring these characters forward, take this character forward. But for that we needed a good story, and it took us some time for that to crack that story. And once that story came, and that screenplay came, we decided that we can go ahead and make the film.
Ritesh, you have such a diverse journey as an actor with comedy and thrillers and drama. So, what was the one thing about this film that made you instantly say yes to it?
I've worked with him in a series called Pill, and I really like him as a person, and he's a dear friend. So for me, um, I enjoy stories. Of course, Raid is an extremely popular film, and now sequel, again teaming up with Ajay, who's a very dear friend and a fantastic actor. And also see, we have worked in films together before where we were part of the same team, but here was an absolute face-off, and I was playing an antagonist after a very long time, so that was exciting. And to play an antagonist, I've in a Raj Kumar world was very exciting, more realistic, and that too in a film like Raid 2 was exciting enough for me to say yes.
How was playing an antagonist in his world different from the ones that you have done before? Because you're also an antagonist, an egg villain, and I was like absolutely scared by your character. So, what's different with him?
No, I think see primarily both the films are different. You know, Mohit Suri as the director and Raj Kumar Gupta as the both are different. Their experiences are different. One is an absolute, romance musical, a different world. Equivalent was different, and he was just a meek, common man. But here, antagonist, he is not a common man. He is a big mass leader. He yields a lot of power, and so when you have a certain power, you have that demeanor, and then it's almost like you can use that power anytime you want to. So that made it different. The dynamics of both the villains were absolutely different, and I had not played a villain in this dynamic, so it was exciting for me.
I mean, it looks quite intriguing. I mean, you can look at it and say that something sinister is going on in his mind.
It is sinister. See, I'll tell you what. There are various ways to look at it. So, if it looks at Amay Patnaik, of course, he is the hero, and Dada Bhai is the villain. But I was leading a normal life, a great life. Dada Bhai was doing absolutely fine, and then the villain in his life, Amay Patnaik, enters. So, for me, I am the protagonist, and Amay is the antagonist.
Yeah, that's a great way.
Why? Yeah. Why should I? Why should I think?
roles change when you
नहीं नहीं
change the way of looking at
मतलब
it.
ये
Yeah,
तो
yeah.
तो मेरे लिए तो अजय विलन है, मैं तो हीरो
Yeah, interesting.
मेरी पिक्चर का मैं हीरो, विलन अजय.
So when you first met him for Raid 2, what was the energy like in the room? What brief did you give him? What was the conversation like?
No, as he said that we have worked together, and I have admired his work. He's a fabulous actor, and I think it was about the script. You know, for any actor, whether you know him previously, whether you admire his work or not, it's also the script. So once I presented him the script, once I narrated him his character, he also saw what I thought the character should be and where we can take this character. He saw the potential, he saw the script, and he really loved it, and that's how he said a yes to it. After that, we had the conversation about what approach I want or how he thinks this character should be. So then we both started working on the character together.
So when you are doing a sequel of a film that was loved by everyone, was a hit, how do you look at it? Do you look at it like, okay, the first one was liked by people, so maybe they will have that nostalgia factor, that love that they will give this film? Or do you look at it as a challenge because there is an expectation that you have to break? How do you look at it?
No, everything is a challenge. Making a film itself is a challenge in the sense that that you have to get the story right, you have to get the character right, you have to cast it well. So challenge is there, but I didn't look at it from the point of view of, because I had done the first part. So for me, it was whether I have a worthy story to carry it forward to the second part, as well as whether the characters in the first part are interesting to be carried forward. In that sense, so that was the question. And once we cracked the screenplay, once we had the story that we wanted to tell, then getting the team together, then narrating it to Ajay sir, and him seeing the same thing in the script that we were looking at. So that part was, once the script was decided, that that this is the story that we want to take forward.
Ritesh, you mentioned that you have worked with Ajay sir before, obviously, but those films were of a completely different flavor, and here you're face to face. So the dynamics of the characters have changed. Did that also change the bond, or how did the bond evolve, your and Ajay sir?
No, see, there's immense amount of mutual respect for each other. I am extremely fond of Ajay at a personal level, and as an actor, I'm a great admirer of his work. We have done an action film together. We've done comedy films together, but this was an absolute face-off. So I always say that when you are working with an actor uh, who is who's so good at his craft, and when you are facing him, it only makes you better, because you see some genius stuff coming from there. You want to contribute more to the scene than what you thought you would give, and that really reflects. I hope it reflects in the scene, because it's a learning experience. And once Raj sir says cut, we are back to chatting, having fun, talking about all the stuff under the sun. So it's always fun to work with Ajay.
Now, during the song launch, Money Money, Honey Singh said a very interesting thing about Ajay sir, that he was late for Atamaji Satakli's set, and he did not get angry at all. He was really calm and nice to him. So was there any incident on this set that really surprised you guys about Ajay sir, that, oh my god, I expected him to...
I have to tell you about his time story. I was working one of my third film, Masti, and it was the biggest film then, and Ajay was there, and we used to work 9 to 9. And they said, and I was just sitting with him, and he said, मैं सिर्फ 9 से 6 काम करता हूँ. I said, oh wow. And he says, Sundays I don't work. And that time, for years, we used to work 9 to 9, because he said all his life he had done double shifts and triple shifts. But now that he's married and he had children, he wanted to streamline his life. And that's when I realized that he inspired me. And now I don't work. I just work 9 to 6. I pack up and I go home. And Sundays, I take off from work. So that's one thing. So I realized that if you have that system, but value of time. If he says 9 to 6, come what may, he's there at 9 o'clock. I remember when we were shooting for a film in Cape Town, we used to get up at 7 o'clock. We used to work out together. Then we used to drive back, have breakfast, and be on set at 9 o'clock. His discipline is fantastic. And I don't know whether you're aware, he is an amazing chef.
Okay.
He makes
No, I'm not aware.
great food.
Oh, wow. I'm not.
He makes great food.
That's wonderful. Okay, now Ritesh, as we all know that your father was a politician and the CM, and now you are playing a politician here. So, did you take any inspiration from how he was in real life? Maybe the way he spoke, the way he walked, his mannerism.
No, see, the common factors between the characters were being mass leaders. So how would they be in public? So not from him, but I have probably seen many mass leaders in Maharashtra and across Maharashtra very closely to understand what makes them so popular with the masses, and not for a particular region, but across the state or sometimes even at a national level. There has to be some dynamism, some charm, um, and some kind of a walk or just the way they are, and fascinations for leaders. Apart from oratory skills, could be a certain style, could be some swag that person has, the demeanor. So all these things, of course, over a period of time, these are threads that you pick from various personalities. But when it comes to Dadabhai particularly, we had to figure out a newer energy, because he is not a leader who is, like I said earlier, also in his late 50s, 60s, and who's a huge leader. He's a self-made man, started because of a certain incident. He takes his own journey, his own course of life, and from nobody to become somebody of extreme importance in the state and at a national level. And there are certain dynamics, the way he dresses, the way he walks. He dresses all suave, but at the end of it, he'll still wear a chappal. Doesn't wear shoes, because that is where he started off.
But the film releases next week, of course, but we also have a lot of other films in running in the theaters right now. Kesari 2, Ground Zero, now Fule. Are you concerned about the box office competition?
No, no. I mean, concerned. That's not the right word. I think we every film has its own journey, its own fate. So we trust we believe in our films, and all films should do well. As an industry, we all support each other's film, and I hope every film does well. And because it's a new release, ours will be a new release in the theater. So we are hoping that we also just hope that people like it. Firstly, people like it, and people come to the theater and watch the film and appreciate it as they appreciated the first part.
Because I mean that is another concern, that no matter the subject of the film or the actors who are in it, you can't predict whether people will come or not, because we are going through this rough patch. So how do you look at it?
No, I think that was always there. Nobody knows whether the audience will come to a film or not. We all hope that we have done enough, we have made a good film, that audience likes it, we have a good trailer, we have songs, we have it looks engaging. So we just make sure that that we do our best. Whether the audience comes, and hope the audience comes, that question will always be there, and that will you will never be able to answer that till the time your film releases, till the time people come and watch it.
Now, Ritesh, I said at the beginning of the interview that you have had a very diverse journey as an actor with the roles that you have played. So, at this point in your career, do you think that there's anything that you have missed out on, some role you wanted to play, some director you wanted to work with? How do you look at success standing at this position?
See, I'll tell you, success, there are various parameters to look at what success is. What success might mean to somebody may not mean to me. I never wanted to be an actor. I was a huge film buff. And the way I look at success is completely different from the way someone else looks at it. I was a guy who never wanted to be an actor, got a chance, let me try my luck. it the film worked. I got two more films, some film didn't work, and now I'm here 22 years later talking to you, working with some of the finest directors and working with some of the finest actors in the country. Amazing talent. Where I started was nowhere, and I'm here today, still working. And all those actors that I have looked up to, I have worked with them. So for me, success is, oh, I got a chance to work with Mithun Chakraborty. I got a chance to work with Amitabh Bachchan. Sir, I got a chance to work with, I shared screen space with Shah Rukh Khan, with Ajay Devgn, with Sanjay Dutt, with Akshay Kumar, so all these people I really admired. I got a chance to work with Ranjit Saab, and so for me, this is success. कि कहीं पर भी नहीं था, और जिन लोगों को आपने बड़े पर्दे पर देखा है उनके साथ आपको काम करने का मौका मिल रहा है, उसके पैसे भी मिल रहे हैं. तो सक्सेस की परिभाषा बहुत सारे लोगों के अलग अलग होगी. मेरे लिए अलग है. इट्स नॉट अबाउट वेदर योर फिल्म इज डन 100 crores 200 crores, वो सब तो चलता रहता है. I have been part of 100 crore films, I've been part of 200 crore films, I've been part of flop films, hit films, blockbusters. That is up and down as. So that is, for me, that is not success, that is process. Success is, for me, to be able to work with people that you really idealize.
For wrapping up, I just have a couple of things to ask you. So first of all, when can we again see you and Janelia back on screen?
Back on screen?
Yes.
2026.
Okay. Would you like to share some details on that?
Yes. On Jan 1st, 2026.
Okay. Okay, we'll look forward to that. I
Sure.
remember that. I'll look forward to that.
Absolutely.
Okay, now before I wrap up, I want to do a small fun segment with you, which is I'll name 4 to 5 actors, and if you had the warrant to raid their house, what would you think? Okay. So first one, of course, Ajay sir. What do you think you will find at his place if you get the warrant to raid it?
If
Since you have said he's a great cook, so good food.
good food for sure, and maybe a script for Raid 3,
Okay.
which is already written.
Interesting. Your answer has to be different.
No, I said
He said food. I said
Okay.
I said
So
script
you
for Raid
borrowed
3.
his. Okay, fine. Akshay Kumar.
Akshay Kumar, I have said this before, I'll say it again. If you have to raid his house, it better be at 4 o'clock in the morning. And you'll get some new exercises which are without dumbbells, but you have to lift your body weight. So yes, you'll get some new exercises and tips to keep yourself fit.
Yes, that's what I think. I have been gaining weight sitting at the edit, so I would also take
कल
inspiration.
सुबह 4 बजे आप क्या कर रहे हो?
At least the door will be opened at 4 o'clock.
Because he's awake at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Siddharth Malhotra.
Siddharth Malhotra, what will I get at his house? Maybe some preparation for stock of new diapers and other baby stuff.
Okay, Ranveer Singh.
Stock of diapers and baby stuff.
And the final one, Shah Rukh Khan.
Shah Rukh Khan, what will we get? He has a great library and amazing collection of books. So if you raid his house, you will get immense wisdom.
But he's not at his house, so maybe like
That's
perfect time
that-
to raid it.
So raid his new house.
Raid his new house.
Okay, thank you so much for joining Filmfare.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot for this wonderful conversation.
Thank you.
And all the
Thank you.
best for the release
Thank
of
you,
Raid 2.
thank you.
Thank you.
It will be out on 1st May. Don't forget to watch
How many
it.
stars are you giving us? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Buddy,
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.